How we doing? How we doing? This is Destination Denver, Colorado, and today you're thinking about moving to Castle Rock, Colorado in 2024? Well, let's talk about it, starting right now. All right, this is Destination Denver, Colorado. I'm your host, Jimmy Everett, and listener. If you're interested in learning all the ins and outs, pros and cons, moving to or around the Denver, Colorado area, then this is the channel for you. So make sure you click on that subscribe button and notification icon as I'm dropping new videos for you each and every week. And as much as I try to be a little educational here on camera, I'm also a licensed mortgage broker covering the entire state of Colorado and team with some of Denver's most talented realtors. And we're helping people move here each and every day. So the number and email you see on your screen, know that I'm always the person, answer your phone calls, answer your texts, answer your emails. There, winning if you need me. Now that we have that fun-filled stuff out of the way, let's get to what we're here for, and that is you're thinking about moving to Castle Rock, Colorado in 2024. So growing up in the suburbs of Denver, my mother's family is from Pueblo, Colorado, located about 3 hours south of Denver, depending on traffic now. And so every time we would make that drive, we would go through Castle Rock. Now, folks, I'm an old man. I'll be 46 this year. So Castle Rock at the time, we're talking 80s, early 90s, didn't have a lot to it. But it did have point number one, and that is, it is a beautiful town. It's just a beautiful area. Castle Rock sits between this valley. You'll see the rock formation where it gets its name, Castle Rock. And so you just have this picturesque town sitting in this valley with, mountains brimming on either side. Brimming, again, I'm just gonna get off to using odd words throughout this video right off the bat. But Castle Rock is beautiful. Now, Castle Rock has always been a smaller town, but in the last 10 to 15 years, it's really gained momentum. So Castle Rock is now what I would consider a small town with big city amenities. No, you're not gonna get the finest dining in the biggest nightclubs or things like that, but there's a lot to do in Castle Rock. Now, first and foremost, the town is known for its outlet mall. That has been around for decades, and people will drive down to Castle Rock to do all of their shopping, the type of places where you think you're getting a smoking deal, but really you're probably paying the same price. I'm not a shopper, so if I'm wrong, just tell me in the comments. But that's what Castle Rock was known for. Now it's got its great own little downtown area. It's got restaurants, it's got bars, it's got a lot of things to do, and that continues to build. So we like to say it has that small town feel with some big town amenities. The third thing that has really helped Castle Rock's growth is its proximity to the major cities. You've got Denver to the north, you've got Colorado Springs to the south, and you can get to each of them in about 45 minutes or so, again, depending on traffic and depending on what part of the city you want to go to. So a lot of people who are looking at jobs or work in Denver or work in Colorado Springs may choose Castle Rock as their in-between. And I know a lot of couples who maybe you're split. Someone working in Denver, someone working in Colorado Springs or in that region. Castle Rock is perfect middle ground and gives you access, even if you're not working there. The ability to visit either quickly is very helpful. Now, housing affordability and cost of living is a challenge in most areas of Colorado. Colorado has increased in that area for many years. And Castle Rock is not necessarily a lot cheaper than Denver or the metro area, but it is a bit. So the average cost of living expense is about 5% lower in Castle Rock than it is Denver. Pay is about 2% lower in Castle Rock than it is Denver. So they're pretty close there. Castle Rock does provide some affordability for housing. A lot of times you will see people who want to look at areas like Highlands Ranch, Parker also comes to mind. And since they're already looking south as is, they will look at Castle Rock as well. And a lot of them find a good home for themselves there. And because of all of this development, you've got a lot of new homes, you've got a lot of new buildings, construction, commercial buildings going up. You've seen a growth in the economy of Castle Rock. That's both in job growth and just the ability to spend a majority of your time in Castle Rock, where years ago you were probably making the drive up to Denver, or at least into areas like Greenwood Village for your evening activities. Now you can stay in Castle Rock for those. And, especially locals talk about the growth of jobs, the new opportunities, the new businesses opening. So Castle Rock is becoming more and more self-sustained as their growth continues. And as the town has grown, education is always a key component to any town, any area, and Castle Rock has taken that into account. So locals have very good things to say about schools in Castle Rock. They get very high ratings on multiple sites, including Great Schools and niche.com, two websites I would encourage you to check out. So education is in a good place in Castle Rock. And like a lot of areas in Colorado, I don't know if you're gonna live in many areas that don't have some type of outdoor activities, but Castle Rock has it all over the place. You're gonna see a mini incline. We like to talk about large inclines, but Castle Rock is home to a mini incline, just steps going up a hill in case hiking isn't your thing and you wanna do stairs instead. It's also very close to Castlewood Canyon State Park. Great place to go exploring. But realistically, within Castle Rock, you're gonna find a ton of hiking, a ton of biking, a ton of areas to get out and about, and pretty easy to get to many of the ski slopes if you wanna get there as well. And then when I talk to locals, clients, colleagues, people that live in Castle Rock, they talk about how, one, family-friendly the community is, and you really do get that sense. People are pretty warm and welcoming, at least the ones I've come in contact with, and I'm just a guy driving around flying a drone, and they're nice to me. But you really do get a sense of community there. So every year there are these great community events in Castle Rock. There's the star lighting, there's summer concerts. There's just a lot for families to go and do, for individuals to go and do, for friends to get out and about and experience. And a lot of this is just being enhanced, if you will, by the historic downtown of Castle Rock. So again, I keep kind of falling back on how small Castle Rock, and not that it's a big city now, but how small it used to be. Castle Rock has a great downtown. And if any of you have watched my videos before, you know what a fan I am of small towns or smallish towns that have a great downtown, that strip filled with bars and restaurants and boutiques and mom and pop owned businesses. And that's what downtown Castle Rock gives you in that historic setting. And tying that all together, a term I like to hear from people who live in the community is how safe they feel. They feel safe getting downtown. They feel safe in all these community events. They feel safe taking advantage of the amenities of the town. And I think that's important, whether you're moving by yourself, with someone else, with a family. It's always good to feel comfortable in the environment you're in. And earlier in the video, I talked about the amenities of Castle Rock. Certainly you have some very good dining options, cafes, a lot of different places to check out there. And you're not too far away from other areas such as Greenwood Village, south of Denver, which has some higher, upscale restaurants. So plenty to do as far as food, beverages, what have you in Castle Rock. And then shopping, I mentioned the outlet malls. Plenty of shopping to go around in Castle Rock. So whether you enjoy shopping or whether you want to look at maybe your partner's Visa bill at the end of every month, that's kind of one of my hobbies, is just to get a little sweat over that. Castle Rock's perfect because you don't even have to wait for the Amazon boxes to come. You can actually go to the store. I don't know if people still do that, but you have the option there. And I mentioned the outdoor activities. You're going to see the active lifestyle of Castle Rock. And I do think, again, that's kind of a reoccurring theme in a lot of communities of Colorado. Boulder always comes to mind. You always see people out and about. But Castle Rock is big for that. And you'll also see it in how many fitness centers, community rec centers are in the town. And some of them, I'll use the term state of the art, very well maintained. And a couple of the things that, again, some friends wanted me to make sure that I mentioned it was important to them. The infrastructure of the town seems to be in great shape. Now, a lot of it, you have some new communities. Most communities in Castle Rock being built, they've got to go east. There's not a lot of room going to the west. Of course, you've got the Rocky Mountains. You kind of run out of land going that direction. But a lot of new communities, but solid infrastructure, good roads, utilities, internet, all of those things. And one thing that a couple friends just couldn't stop talking about was how impressed they are with the youth sports programs in Castle Rock. How well put together it is, how much the kids enjoy it, how easy it is for parents. Again, I'm sure that youth sports have challenges for parents, especially if you're like a human Uber driver, I guess all Uber drivers are human. I'm just gonna, again, blurt out words that don't make any sense. But youth sports, very popular in Castle Rock, and they do a heck of a job with it. Feel like that was like a 10-second blurb that I turned into a minute because I couldn't get my mouth to work. Now, I can't say that Castle Rock is perfect, right? It has its challenges. And so some cons to consider would be the fact that, if you're looking for a city, if you're looking for nightlife, if you're looking for things to get out and do, odds are you're not going to find that in Castle Rock. It is a town that goes to sleep kind of early. So you're probably going to be driving up to Denver if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for, the late nights out and what have you. Also, because of Castle Rock's growing popularity, you can expect the cost of living to increase. You can expect home prices to continue to go up. You can expect that traffic congestion could become an issue. One of the challenges for Castle Rock is because it sits in that valley, I-25, the north-south highway, is the primary way of getting in and out of town. You have a lot of people traveling between Denver and Colorado Springs. You're stuck kind of in the middle. So as Castle Rock grows, you're gonna see traffic in those areas continue to congest. That could be a challenge. Now, if you are looking to make a move to Castle Rock, I have some suggestions of neighborhoods that you might want to consider looking at. Certainly not the only ones, but certainly some great neighborhoods that are highly regarded. These include the Meadows, Castle Pines, and Founders Village. These are among the most sought after neighborhoods in Castle Rock, and again, highly regarded. So certainly don't limit your search to that, but a great place to look. And as you can see, there's a lot to like about Castle Rock, and I probably haven't covered half of it. I'm sure I'm gonna have some of my friends that will watch part of this video and say, you idiot, you forgot about this, this, and this, and that's a perfect opportunity for you and I to chat about it. So that number and email coming up on your screen, know that I'm always the person answering your phone calls, answer your texts, answer your emails, there when and if you need me. This is Destination Denver, Colorado. I am your host, Jimmy Everts. That was moving to Castle Rock, Colorado in 2024. Until I see you next time, peace.